Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. NFL Insider puts Steelers on blast after Cam Sutton suspension. The Pittsburgh Steelers signed cornerback Cam Sutton after he was released by the Detroit Lions in light of a domestic violence-related arrest. The NFL suspended the former third-round pick for 8 games, leaving many wondering why the Steelers even made the signing to begin with. Amongst those who have been critical of the Steelers is NBC's Mike Florio, who went in on Pittsburgh on Pro Football Talk. "I think the Steelers deserve to be scrutinized and criticized for making the decision to give Cam Sutton safe harbor," Florio said. "When you look at the affidavits, the allegations are strong." Florio added that if Steelers fans dunked on the Cleveland Browns for trading for Deshaun Watson, they can't defend the Steelers signing Sutton. "They want to bash the Browns for signing Deshaun Watson," Florio said. At the end of the day, Sutton was suspended only 3 games fewer than Watson was suspended. While the signing made sense for the Steelers on the field, the scrutiny they are receiving is warranted. At minimum, this is a distraction. At most, it's something far worse. Rob King, to take over for Bill Hillgrove as Steelers radio play-by-play voice. The role of replacing a legend was fit for a king. Rob King will take over as radio play-by-play broadcaster of the Pittsburgh Steelers, the team announced via media partner iHeart on Thursday. King succeeds longtime voice of the team Bill Hillgrove. King, who will team with returning color analyst Craig Wolfley in the booth, has been working in the Pittsburgh market for almost a quarter-century and spent the past 10 seasons as part of the Steelers radio network's pregame show. "I am humbled," King said during a Thursday morning appearance announcing the hire on the Steelers' flagship station, 102.5 FM. "It's sort of a humbling moment in your career when that happens. I am grateful to Art Rooney too and the Pittsburgh Steelers for giving me this opportunity. There's the old Muhammad Ali saying, before a fight he told his opponent, 'If you ever even dream of beating me, you better wake up.' To me, to even dream about something like that almost felt too big. You think about it, you dream about it, and when it comes, it's humbling and it's exciting." In February, Hillgrove announced he was stepping down after 30 seasons of Steelers play-by-play duties. The 83-year-old remains on Pitt broadcasts. King long worked for Pittsburgh's regional sports network that has gone through a series of name changes over the years. In recent seasons, he has been more ubiquitous around the Steelers, particularly this spring when he was a regular at organized team activities and minicamp and often conducted interviews of players on behalf of the team for publication on the team website and social media channels. Rob has done a great job in his 25-year career in the Pittsburgh market and is very respected among his peers in the business, Steelers president Art Rooney too said in a statement. "We are excited for Steelers Nation to hear his unique perspective and excitement of making our fans feel they are in the stadium witnessing the action on the field. He has big shoes to fill with the legendary broadcasters that have come before him, but we are thrilled to have Rob step into his new role to bring Steelers football to our fans across the world." The Steelers had only 2 play-by-play announcers over the past 6+ decades, with Jack Fleming, the predecessor to Hillgrove. King for a decade broadcast high school football games alongside Wolfley. He filled in for Hillgrove on Steelers broadcasts for 4 games in 2019 and a pair of games the following season. When King first arrived professionally in Pittsburgh in 2000, initially the intention of his employer was to make it a temporary spot until a full-time role was ready for King to take over in St. Louis. "I told my wife in 2000, King said, if I ever get a chance to stay in Pittsburgh, I am staying." King hasn't left the city since. Though he perhaps was most known to local sports fans as pre- and post-game host for Pirates and Penguins games over the years on Fox Sports/FSN/Root Sports/@NT Sportsnet Pittsburgh, King more recently has been part of the Steelers audio network and the broader Steelers media network. He will continue in those roles. We are thrilled for him to bring his passion for game calling into the booth and create an exciting radio broadcast for our audiences, iHeartMedia Pittsburgh president Tim McAleer said in a statement. King's debut will come August 9th during a preseason game against the Houston Texans. The Steelers' regular season opens September 8th at the Atlanta Falcons. The Pittsburgh Steelers, it's different, said King, a graduate of Washington University in St. Louis. It just is. It's different. I am sure that every play-by-play guy is grateful for the ability to call NFL games. There's only 32 jobs. That's it. It doesn't matter at some level if you are doing Jacksonville or the Chicago Bears with their lineage, or if you're doing the Green Bay Packers or Houston Texans, there's only so many jobs. But, the Pittsburgh Steelers are the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's a little different. Steelers must consider a trade for another 49ers WR not named Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk officially requested a trade from the San Francisco 49ers. To no surprise, Steelers fans once again have their ears perked up. This trade request might not end the relationship between Ayuk and the 49ers, but it puts a lot of tension on getting a contract extension ironed out. Right now, things are murky, but something like this has happened with the 49ers before, and that resulted in an extension. We will see where things go, but San Francisco is in the middle of their best years of contention. Not too many other teams have been surrounded by the Ayuk trade rumors more this offseason than the Pittsburgh Steelers. It makes sense as they could use a talented receiver to join their team to help take pressure off of George Pickens. Ayuk would do that, but his pricey contract that would be joined with his acquisition would create an uncertain future for Pickens in Pittsburgh. Many are looking at Ayuk as a realistic possibility for the Steelers to land in a blockbuster trade, but don't forget other options that this situation could create opportunity for. San Francisco has plenty of talent on their offense, and it seems like they could have to shed salary sooner or later. If they want to re-sign Ayuk, they might need to pick and choose which receivers they can keep with their cap situation. Deeboo Samuel has been in trade rumors before, and it would make a ton of sense for the Steelers to check on him. Samuel signed a contract extension in 2022 that saw him become one of the highest-paid receivers in football. That deal would carry some big cap charges for the next 2 years, but that would leave the door open to extending Pickens. Samuel would count over $28 million this year and a hair over $24 million in cap charges. It could be significant for the Steelers if they want to extend Pickens, who could command massive amounts of money coming off his rookie contract. Samuel would cost more against the cap than Deontay Johnson for the next 2 seasons, but his contract expiring after 2025 could make him more enticing than Ayuk's predicted deal. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Deeboo Samuel? Leave your opinion in the comments.